Hello everyone, welcome to your Module 7 overview video. I apologize about the other video not working, so we'll redo it today. So you're going to click on Module 7. You'll notice that this module runs from November 10th through the 23rd. And all work will be due the 23rd, but because it's the Thanksgiving weekend, you can have until November 30th without penalty. I just recognize that some people might want the extra time, whereas other people just want to get it done by the 23rd. So for this module, I'll be a little flexible. Ideally, you'll have it all done by the Thanksgiving break, so that entire week you can have to yourself. But I'll let you kind of go around with that. Anyway, so this module is all about looking at different tools that you can use in your instructional spaces. And the assessment is a portfolio. So throughout the semester, you've been kind of developing this portfolio as you go. And this one is really looking specifically at tools for the different categories of learning. So you can either add this to that portfolio you've already started, or you're going to end up adding those other portfolio entries to this. It depends on what it is. So let's get started with the actual assignment and see what this looks like. It does open up as a Google Doc. You'll see that it's here as well with the directions and the tasks. I'll operate from in here. Okay. Oh, look at, there's a cute little, is that a raccoon? Yes, anonymous raccoon. I think that's actually me. Anyway, so again, I want you to have a chance to play around with different tools that are either in the K-12 classrooms or instructional design spaces. And I want you to be able to take a portfolio with you to the remainder of your courses that you're going to be taking. If you're in a K-12 program, it's likely that you're going to be in phase 1, which means you should be able to use this portfolio throughout the rest of the phases and through student teaching and in your first job. And instructional designers, this is really important too, because you'll get to see a variety of tools that you might be able to access and use in your program. So here's what we're going to do. The during learning assessment piece is there are several choices. So there's 8 different categories on this next page. You'll see that they're numbered. Okay, artificial intelligence, LMS tools, all the way down to an optional tool without category. But there's definitely 8 plus this optional one. And what you're going to be asked to do is review a minimum of 2 tools from each category. Okay. And you're going to complete a review of one of those tools to include in your portfolio. So I want you to play around with at least 2 from each category, and then you're going to choose your favorite tool that you reviewed. So just one of those tools to include in your portfolio. So a total of 8 entries. Okay. Just like we've done in the past, here are your entry requirements. You have to make sure you have the tool's name or title plus its icon. You want to talk about its general use and usability and how it works, its impact on learning, the strengths and limitations, and then future use and transferability. You are creating 8 of these portfolio entries. You're choosing one tool from each of the numbered categories on this page. However, I do want you to play around with these tools because it will help you get a sense of what is out there in the world. Okay? Your final assessment, though, is going to be creating a 2 to 4 minute video that highlights one of your favorite tools. So you're writing portfolio entries for 8 of them. You're going to choose your all-time favorite, okay? And you're going to create a video that highlights all of those components: the use and general use and usability, impact on learning, strengths and limitations, and future use and transferability. And you're going to share it on our Padlet. So you'll see I have a Padlet here. You'll see that there's categories within all these the different categories. So let's say you select the tool from down here, you select Glogster. Okay, you complete a video on it, or you complete your portfolio entry on it because that's what you wanted to do, and then you'll create a video, and that video then will go over here, which is, I believe it's under the demonstration of learning category. Double check that. Yep, demonstration of learning. You'll go over to demonstration of learning and you'll add your post. Okay, so that's your final assignment, and you'll add that to the Padlet. To prevent 1,000 examples of one tool, I want you to sign up for the tool that you want to present on in this space. Okay, you're not signing up for every single tool. Okay, you're signing up for the one that you're creating a video for. So this person's going to have to eliminate one of their choices. You're just choosing one, okay? So just choose only sign up for the tool you are creating a video for. I'm going to highlight that in blue. Okay. Now, for this down here, you're going to notice that all of these are hyperlinked, and these will take you to very limited or like just a cursory overview or a tutorial, or even just to the web page resource. Okay. So it's important when you look at these links that you're not just getting all of your information from this one link. Okay. I want you to really think about going through and digging a little deeper. Google it a little bit more. Use YouTube. Okay. If you're in a K-12 space, ask your SBTEs or the colleagues that you're working with about their favorite tools. And if you're in instructional design, consider which of these tools will really make a more engaging experience for your audience. Okay. I finally put a note here too. It's nice to stay within your comfort zones, but I do hope that you start to choose tools that you've never heard of or don't know much about, because that's when learning will take place. If you select a tool that you already know a ton about, then you're not really learning anything new and you're not really growing as a future educator or designer. So I really want you to kind of step out of your comfort zone. You do have a ton of time. I am giving you those 7 extra days to complete this work if you need. So I do want to really push you and encourage you to get out of your comfort zone. Next, you're being asked to create an account for a lot of these. Okay, and if you're creating an account, remember that you're the teacher or educator, even if you're a designer. Okay, do not sign up for the tool as a student, because that is not how you'll be using the tool. You'll be using it as a teacher or educator. It's really important that you write down your username and password, so when you do this in the future, you're not running into any issues of locking yourself out. Finally, I do realize that there's a slight difference between K-12 educators and instructional designers and the language that's used. So you'll notice that, if it's highlighted in yellow, that's what it's usually called in a K-12 space. Whereas if you're an instructional designer, this is really what it might look like or sound like in your field. Okay. So collaborative versus interactivity, project management, that's ID. Instructional tools might be for both, but self-paced learning is often common in instructional design as well. So just keep that in mind. Looking at the tools, they are differentiated based on the program, but also there's a lot of similarities between the programs. Okay, I just want to make sure that you understand what the different languages are. Or I guess disciplinary languages. Okay. So that's what you're doing for this module. If you want to go down here to optional tools without a category, you are welcome to do that as well. Then what you're going to do is you're going to submit your portfolio notes here. Okay, so you're going to upload your 8 entries here, and then you're going to upload your video here. I am double checking that you've uploaded both to the Padlet and to the Dropbox. If you have not done both of them, you are not getting a grade. I will send you an email saying you need to do both, okay? The reason we use the Padlet is because it becomes a resource for everybody to use. So instead of having to go through every single tool as an individual, you can look at what other people have created, get that 2-minute overview video so that you can learn about a tool really quickly without having to spend a lot of time investigating it on your own, okay? So I am looking at it. Your video should be posted in 2 spaces, the Padlet and this Dropbox. The rubrics are posted here, okay, so you can check those out at any time, and we'll be ready to go. So that's Module 7. Enjoy reviewing the different tech tools. I think you'll really enjoy kind of looking around and seeing what's out there. I do recommend bookmarking our Padlet, and I also recommend making a copy of this document here, because you never know when you will want access to these tools in the future. All right, that's it. Please reach out if you have any questions. I'll be here to help.